I'm Anne-Marie Barton. Join me as I help homeowners reimagine their spaces, discovering an atmosphere of beauty, peace, and tranquility. From simple changes to sweeping transformations, I'll be sharing my process, tips, and of course, my vision. With the help of 3D renderings, we'll reveal exactly what's possible, creating an environment of beauty where form and function matter. This is the Vision Maker.
Hi, I'm Julie and welcome to my home. We are in Studio City in the hills of the Donias. In my house we have a bedroom that we never use. It used to be a playroom, it was a guest room, it was an office, and I just want to figure out how I can use it better. So now that my kids are older, I can utilize some space for myself, and I'd love to get Anne-Marie's perspective as to what I can do to help me reclaim some of the space and enjoy it.
Oh my gosh. We're talking turquoise door, yellow lemon tree, mid-century modern. I'm in Studio City today and I love what I'm feeling and I'm already connecting to the vibes I think I'm gonna see inside. Let's go. Hello.
Hi, I'm Julie.
I'm Anne-Marie. Nice to meet you. Thank you for letting me come.
Thanks for coming.
I kind of want to look around. This is my kind of architecture.
Oh, thank you. I love it.
It's so suited for Studio City, and I love just looking down the block at all of these homes.
Oh, thanks.
But this one already looks gorgeous inside. So I'm curious, what was your vibe when you moved into the house? I mean, because you kind of were solid on this.
Yeah, I loved the light because light comes in this way and light comes in that way.
So let's go take a look.
Okay.
One thing is there any way we could hide the microwave and this fridge?
That would be smart.
That's always a good thing.
I would love that.
So we would want to try to do an under-counter microwave and of course a counter depth fridge. Then we would clean up that.
Okay.
Then, I don't know, I'm thinking this is kind of in the way a little bit, so because I have to bend down. So I'm thinking a downdraft range top. So this does not have to exist.
You know what else? I'd bump my head on that a lot.
See, this will kill you right here. So I love the idea of opening this up fully. And you could use one dynamic. Right now we have all white. So as I'm looking over here, looking here, I would pick this. I would say the bar top could be wood.
Oh,
so that
yeah.
you would add that little bit of walnut that's so keen to mid-century modern vibes.
Right.
But let's go check out the next room.
Okay. Yes.
And this is an adjacent room.
Yes, this is our guest bedroom, but it's been so many different things. It's been a guest bedroom, it's been a playroom, it's been an office, and now it just seems like I never go in here, so I would love to figure out how to make this a more usable space. Like, is it a hangout room for my kids?
Or for you.
Right, a yoga room? Like, what can it be?
I feel like a Zen space. Then this would deliver you to a place where, you know, meditation is maybe part of your life, or stretching, or exercise of something self-serving. You know,
I like that idea.
I like the sound of it too. You've got frosted glass here. I'm sure that was because of privacy, but now we kind of want to get this feeling of the outdoors. So I'd recommend a shade that had a little filigree, so you could still tell there was a tree out there, specifically the lemon tree. So I want to see that it's there, and then if you need a blackout blind for privacy, we can do a secondary blind. But the thing that hangs there needs to be soft, very natural.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that.
Now, if I'm going to relax in this room, I think I'm going to have to paint it.
Okay.
I've got to soften these contrasts, and I'm looking at my favorite color, which is Revere Pewter, Benjamin Moore. If anyone asks, I just say Revere Pewter. So all of these walls, including the ceiling. One of the things that people forget is they think that they have to paint the ceiling white. That's sort of an old adage. Just paint all the walls the same and use a satin finish. That way it's not like flat, shiny, blah, blah, blah. So one color. Then let's look at the lighting. if we can, I'm trying not to look at that lining, but what we need is something with a little mystique to it, almost like my blouse, okay? Something with some fringe, something that says maybe a little bit of a ethnicity happening in the room, and then pillows on the floor, big ones.
I like that.
Know? But then artwork that sort of expresses you, and maybe there are things you'd like to say, mantras, something you'd like to feel. This wall could have some of that on it, and really a collage of places maybe you've been that you felt serene, places you'd like to go, sort of your wish board over here.
Okay.
So as you walk in, this is all about you. You know?
I like that idea.
Yeah, and then I would still add the drapes. I'm sort of a fan of drapes. When I say it, men cringe. They just do. But I think they really add all of that softness that you need. This is fairly boring.
Right.
So let's add some texture.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have to keep the carpet in here?
No.
Okay.
It could be anything.
Okay. I say take it out, put in wood floors. Let's put a Moroccan rug in place.
Oh, okay.
And really try to warm this up. This belongs at an office. I know it's been storage. At the very least, we could remove all of these laminate doors and change them to a wood tone.
Okay.
It sort of celebrates that new wood we're trying to bring into the space. But here you want to relax, and I want those boys to be able to come in here and talk to you too, and gain that same feeling that you'll now be able to give off to them. So I love the idea of them wanting to be in here too. So we need a sound system.
Okay.
You need some music.
Yes.
And of course some candles. That's the easiest way to make a room wonderful. So I'm picturing light fixture, a little bit of pink, and a lot of warmth.
Yes.
So I've got my work cut out for me. I want to make this room ooze, and it's got to say you. You're the story in this house. And I want those boys to get in here and feel those same feelings. A wellness room.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, we need that energy in the house. We all need that around us. So we'll handle that with color, texture, warmth, and a little bit of pink.
I love it.
Okay, let's go draw this up.
Awesome.
I've got some ideas.
Okay, great. It was so fun to meet with Anne Marie because she's so creative and smart and said a few things that I wouldn't have even thought of. I always thought like having a streamlined look in this house made sense from a mid-century modern design perspective, but she just wanted it, you know, to be, or thought it would be good to be more colorful and warm, and I appreciate that, and I see that.
You know, I think Julie is looking for a place that makes her feel good, a home that has warmth and a sense of wellness. She needs to add more wood tones, maybe some drapes, sheers that flow when there's wind in the air, more life. And it turns out she's looking for a special room in the back of the house that's just for her, a zen space, and I'm gonna draw it up. It was really quite fun and challenging to walk up to these homes for the first time and meet people I didn't know and really face the challenge of creating their spaces. This home, when I arrived, was already very striking and really my kind of space. I loved the turquoise door, the lemon tree, the neighborhood, so I was excited to go in and meet Julie. Julie was looking for a space that she could claim, that was her refuge, something that would translate to a space she could have as her sanctuary. All of those words really translate to me and the way I want to feel in every space in a home. So I took the big box that she gave me, which was, I think, really an office before, and I started by imagining the feelings that she wanted in that space. She had mentioned yoga, she had mentioned music, her children coming to speak to her there, the possibilities of looking at things and objects that motivated and inspired her. That's what I started with. So as I came back to design the space, I thought what was missing the most? Big windows and also some elements of wood in the space, always adding integrity. So I took the ceiling and added all of these thin wood beams. Then I looked away at what would be my focal point, and I thought of these beautiful paper lanterns I had seen, and I took them and I juxtaposed them in that faraway corner. That's what I like to do, to envision toward the back, something that hits. But all of the rest of the lights needed to be quiet. So I chose plaster-covered lighting that was really about a glow and not so much light. Then I'm thinking, I had told her I would do pads on the floor, but when I drew it all out, I actually had room for seating. So I made these soft, cozy seats, and I could envision her boys coming into the space and enjoying it with her. We threw in some drums because she mentioned music. I wanted to add speakers to the space, basically because I think every home needs to have music going to create that feeling we want in our spaces, along with candles. I brought in crystals that radiate this vibe that I knew she was after, and a long bench at the end of the room for multiple seating, but also just to create this horizontal line in the space. Now, she had storage, but it was like shiny IKEA, I think. So I wanted to add caning, anything that I could do that was adding in naturals, things that were not polished, things that were dry. Even a Buddha would be in this space. And last but not least, I created a board so she could create her own vision board of the things that meant something to her, inspirations. The parts and pieces that go in the room would be something like this. See this rug with this inadvertent spacing, showing the root of that rug, all of this, well, essence of pink and femininity, yet raw and natural. Then I thought about the drapery that would go in the room. And this is so organic, nearly tie-dye. So it really radiates sort of a soft subtlety, but yet a little bit of movement and naturalness. Now, this is the real fun I had. This is an actual wall covering that's this texture, and it adds a little depth on the walls. And as I promised, there would be an element of pink, which we should call blush. So this is the material for all of the sofas. And then we absolutely have to have the wood in the room. I've got one last piece that really pulls the whole room together, and that is the plaster. Usually I go with a light, very subtle plaster, but in this room, more depth, more movement, more color to really ooze the space. I don't think we should shy away from defining ourselves in our homes. We all deserve to be validated and have a creative space, a refuge. For Julie, it will be this sanctuary yoga room. For me, it was a music room. This is a small space, but even in those, we can drench them with a color we love that inspires us. We can fill it with the things that we do, like music, vintage furniture. This is vibey, the way I like to feel in my studio, but find out what makes you tick and do it, and have your personal space defined.